I know you're talking specifically about software, but one of the things that I constantly think but hesitate to say is sometimes good enough is good enough. And the reason I hesitate to say that is because we're in a media company and you have clients and you want the best product, and then there's that art factor to it, the creative factor to it, and it's you don't want people to think that they're getting secondhand product, and you don't want your staff to think that they can get away with secondhand product. But at the same time, it's like if it takes you an hour to do this thing and it takes 10 hours to make it 5-10% better, maybe it's fine where it's at.
Exactly.
You know, versus, hey, if it's going to be 30 minutes to make it better, then by God, do that. But it's that remembering that time factor of, you know, don't spend all the time in the world to get 1% better.
Yeah. Another good example that is probably something that would be common to people today is Tesla. Some of the first vehicles that they tried, they just took existing bodies and existing vehicles and retrofitted. And that's because that was the quickest way to start proving what they were trying to do. And, you know, you might know of some of the new technologies they're using, like the GigaPress. Well, they just, you know, that's an evolving technology as well. And with each successive revision, it gets better and better.
And what's interesting about that, I'm not too familiar with it, but because I saw the announcement of it, and everybody's like super excited, it's this new thing, and I look at it and I'm like, it just looks like it's a die cut pressing of something.
It's an injection mold. So,
but I didn't understand what was so revolutionary, because haven't we been doing that for years?
Not for metal, not for big vehicles like that,
Okay.
not for complicated pieces. So the frame is in two pieces, the front and the back, and that's it. And I believe they took what used to be 70 different pieces, and the assembly line, they eliminated 300 robots. And just by doing this, by creating the piece all at one time. So if you think about the frame, it's not just like a something straight. There's curves and angles and ribs and tons of different parts. And what they have is an injection mold, and they take aluminum, liquefy it, and they press it into this mold, and it seeps into all the crevices, and then it cools, and out pops this very complicated part.
And by doing that, obviously you're decreasing dramatically the points of potential failure.
Absolutely, because every time you weld something, there's failure, and you
or
have
a
to test
rivet
it.
or a bolt or whatever.
Yes.